Well, if we only casually scan the news or scroll through the plethora of clickbaits on social media, we can be overwhelmed and begin to think that everyone, everywhere and everything is in crisis. Whether it's the cost of living, the political shenanigans, climate change, or the war in Ukraine. Everything is in crisis. Well, we were back in the UK for a couple of weeks or so over the summer, and as we were driving along, we couldn't help but think at least some progress was being made in one other area of crisis, that is housing, finding somewhere for people to live. And as we traversed the green and pleasant, if somewhat rainy lanes of England, we saw all sorts of developments going up. But I couldn't help but wonder what these pile of bricks would end up being. Executive houses, luxury apartments, studio flats, or 3-bedroom family homes. But in amongst that, there seemed to be precious little in the way of infrastructure. Where was thought being given to local shops, doctors' surgeries, sports facilities, libraries, community centres, dare I even say it, churches? We were building houses, but are we cultivating communities? In days of old, of course, little communities, villages, towns and cities grew and evolved over time. And in response and in parallel, these infrastructures came along to service the needs of the community. With the lack of public transport and its unreliability on top of that, with all these houses being built, it seems that people would have to travel to find these facilities. And that in turn, might that not feed another crisis, one of the so-called dreaded motor car? Now, on the other side of the same coin, it's fair to say in this digital day and age, we don't need to travel. We can do everything online. Our shopping, even speak to a doctor when it comes to it, and read the news. But does that not in turn feed yet another crisis that's grown in recent times? Isolation, loneliness, and the growing problems of mental health. Yes, maybe building houses, but are we cultivating communities? Well, I don't know what you reckon, but it's worth a thought. For now, do take care, stay safe, and as ever, thank you for listening.